Hello. Hi, everybody. There's something about coming upstairs to my computer that my cough does not like. How is everyone? I see Miss Bonnie. Kim is in the chat already. Good evening, Miss Kim. Stephanie. Romola. Hey, it's letting you chat tonight, huh? Was it easy too? Welcome. Miss Cindy. How are we all doing tonight? Miss Melinda. Hi. Yeah, sitting downstairs watching a movie just fine. Tell you what. Day five. Carrie Ann, welcome in. Good to see everyone. I'm going to get a little lotion. I just washed my hands. Hopefully they won't get as dirty as last night. That was something else. How did everybody like miniatures last night? As people come in the chat for tonight. Yes, I'm barely, it's 6 steps. It's silliness. My goodness. And then I sit here and then the miniatures are fun. It was really fun to go through that box. I hadn't seen any of them before. I went through them for the first time with you guys, so. Oh, maybe. It's not that cold up here. Not much difference. There's Jeffrey. On your way home, he went up to the Bronco game today. Second half was better than the first, I'm thinking, for Jeff and everybody that was up there watching it. Minis were fun. Yeah, I love minis. So, well, let's begin. Hi, I'm Becky, Vintagevikingtreasures. Here we are on day 5 of 12 days. Tomorrow we will be halfway done. Can you believe it? We're already almost halfway through the 12 days of Christmas. Miss Kim was going to be our mod tonight in the chat. Right? It's always a good day when there's a win. Oh no, Steelers lost. So many games today. There were a lot. I was just kind of scrolling through to see who was playing and what was going on and where games were and everything. And man, there were a lot of games today. Lots and lots to go watch if you're a football fan. See if I can get it open here so I can watch the chat, because every time I did, I double-clicked and went right back away from it. So here we go. Cool. Got the chat. And live chat. All right. Okay, so 12 days of Christmas. We are holding a open box through the 12 days. Unless there's something that you need to communicate with me to go anything sooner than that. And it will be after all the invoices are paid and the shipping invoice is paid. And more than likely, since we're backing up right up to Christmas, it will be shipped out after Christmas. So on that note, let's see. Anything I need to say, Miss Kim? Miss Kim's going to be my brain again tonight. Help us out. Fill in the words. Everybody gets points for all the words I forget. I have a couple. Well, we have to do our gnome calendar. Oh no. Got a phone call. Can't take a phone call right now. Sorry. We got to open our gnome calendar. Get 2 new gnome options. Yeah, Jeff is either riding. Well, I'm guessing they're still just driving down. So he's going to have to drive until he gets his car from wherever they met up today. All right, we have 2 new choices tonight. Out of the gnome and vet calendar. Number, what did I open? Number 9 and number 10. Yeah, open I don't know why some of them are in plastic and some of them aren't. I didn't do it. So we have an all green, forest green. He's got a textured hat, green felt, white beard. And we have this kind of orange cable knit hat with a purple beard. And almost dark purple to, it's really hard to tell what color that is. Next to that other purple, dark purple to black. I can't really tell. Felt on the bottom of it. And as always, if you have missed us at the beginning, we still have the white knit hat available. Cindy is in it too. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Right? The pink and white striped hat. And of course, our fall one that was bigger than all the rest with a pumpkin and a leaf available. So, woo! It's like I need to just come sit down up here about 15 minutes, even more than that. I'm trying to do that just to make sure. I was over here earlier today. I pulled everything down, got stuff out, got it all ready. We can count Miss Cindy down. And here I am, still hacking up a storm. For our gnome ornament, I think from the size of the windows that the last one is going to be a bigger ornament than all the rest of them. They all seem to be just about the same size for the rest of the windows. Miss Cindy, let us know what you would like. A little bit of a extra fabric on that guy's orange hat. But other than that, we're looking good. It's kind of like when I am an old gnome, I shall have a purple beard. Yes, yes, I shall. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Green, you got it. Anybody else at any time can chime in and claim a gnome ornament for green. What, for your tree? I like hanging I have a couple different like knobs on some of the little poles on the china hutch, and I just hang them right over that. You can, Miss Melinda, definitely. I'm gonna put things over here tonight on my handy dandy new rolly table. Melinda is taking the purple beard. Gnome. Perfect. Thank you. Wonderful. Oh, it's fun that they're coming in all different colors. I had no idea what kind of variety this would have. It's kind of nice that they're all the spectrum, all over the place. So, except for that fuzz that I did. Oh man. Woo! A little bit of beard trying to figure that guy out, and it's all over the place. So I have two things that I had pulled to show you guys on Scandy Night, and they didn't get in the right pile. So I'm going to start out with those, and then we will move on to our theme for the evening. Would you believe it? I have a gnome windsock. He hangs like this. He has one of those, let's see, get him unhooked. One of those spinners and the little clasp so that you can hang it. There's his head. He's got a little beard. It's made of like the windbreaker material or the flags, like the garden flags. I will start this at, I think the price I had on it is from what I had looked it up. I haven't had it at a show in a while. I would probably have changed it to about $18 for the show. So I would start this guy at $12. He is almost, 2.5 feet long, give or take. See what my ruler tells me here. 2 feet long, and then he's got about a 6-inch drop on the hanger. It's like a windsock. Striped legs, little pointed shoes. Comes with the tag. Wind socks. Where is this made? Just out of curiosity. Made in the USA, copyright out of Texas, Austin, Texas. Yeah, tells you all about their wind socks. Came out of Austin, Texas. A couple of the things that just didn't make it into, sometimes when I'm downsizing the boxes, things don't get all put back together for whatever reason. And so the other one that I have for you is, I should probably almost keep this guy. Let's make this a $4 start. It was $9. I don't know what. I mean, like what I say, sometimes I don't know what they're priced at. This is a reusable shopping bag. Has hearts, mushrooms, and it's those handy dandy ones that fold up inside themselves, and then you can snap it shut and have it all in its own little pocket. So I don't know. You probably have to do a little bit of folding and figuring out to get that all put back in. It looks brand new, or it looks in new condition. There's the brand Idean Welt. And it is 15 inches deep, about 18 inches across. It's just about an inch gusset at the bottom. So it's not very wide, but, and then it's got the handles that drop. So just want to make sure you guys got dibs on those before they went back in the boxes for the next round of Scandinavian stuff. All right. So tonight I have cleared out a section from one of my shelves. You guys can't see it, but I have 3 sections. This is the middle one. I have this same one right over here. When we first put this in, I've put in some of those spice rack shelves, and I unloaded a whole bunch of figurine salt and pepper shakers. It was $4 for the reusable bag. And I have filled up, so you know those spice rack shelves that like have 3 steps and you can widen them out, and that whole 2 foot of that shelf had figurines, salt and pepper shakers on 3 little stair step shelves on this section right here that you can't see. So that is what I'm bringing you guys tonight. I haven't had very many of these pulled out because I usually don't do themes like specific animals or critters or things like that. So I think there's a few that you might have seen before, but we're just going to go for it. You guys, I get dibs on the whole lot to start with, and I have no idea if there's a good way to do a start price. I think it's going to have to be each individual one, not nearly as easy as last night when everything was a same price start. So we're just going to go back and forth between salt and pepper shakers and figurines tonight. First up, I have the, what's their names? Tiki. Woo. That's right there. I think they are Treasure Craft. The Tourist Shakers. They are a $12 start. We have, let's see, who's who? This is the gentleman. He's got a short, he's got a flower lei, he's got a pineapple that says salt on his hat. There are the shakers. There is the stopper, and they are marked at the bottom. Tiki, copyright, made in the USA. Here is the lady in her little grass skirt. Her floral lei, a flower in her hat that says P for pepper with the shakers at the top. And again, marked at the bottom, Tiki, made in the USA with the stopper. This pair is 5 inches tall, 5¼ inches tall, and about 2 inches wide each direction. 2.5 by 2, give or take. And they are that classic brown colorway that Treasure Craft is known for. And I'll move you guys down there. We're going to do half and half. Got to clear off the desk somehow. Is everybody out there? All of a sudden, all I see is Kim's stuff in the chat coming up, which is good because we got Kim in the chat because we need her. Oh, and everybody going to be getting back to one more week of work before going to before the week of Christmas. I can't believe it just goes so fast. Next figurine. Kim's like, I need people too. I do not know who made this. I was hoping I could figure it out. I have Googled it. I have searched it. I do not know. It is a dark navy sailboat with gold detail accents. It is pottery. I would start this at $8. I was hoping and thought it might be like Hall pottery. It's about 3.5 inches wide by 4 inches tall and about 1 inch deep. Yeah, I thought it was really neat. It's very nautical. So 4 inches tall, 1 inch wide, about 3.5 inches this way, like this. And everything that, and boy, it has a really shiny, glossy glaze on it. Is that, yep, that's just the gold that's on it right here. Little extra, little extra gold on that one, on that stripe. But it's in fantastic condition. There's no chips on the tips of the sails. And yeah, it's hollow. And also glazed that navy on the inside. So your guess is as good as mine on this one. We have Miss Lois in tonight. Good evening, Lois. How are you today? Sailboat. And I like that it's such a dark navy color. That's why I thought it might have been a haul piece, because there's some teapots that they have almost that color, but I didn't find it. So you choose your own adventure. You're going to figure it out or just enjoy it as is. Thank you, Miss Lois. We'll wait for that call to come through. I see last call. I have to figure out. All right. Sold to Lois. Thank you. Next up, I have I'm going to alternate. Did I say that already? Between salt and pepper shakers and figurines. These are wooden. They're dogs, and they have a magnet. They have their sticker right there, made in Japan. Hi, Miss Kathy. How are you doing tonight? Oh, no, we're up on the big screen. Little puppy dogs have like a little leather suede ears attached that are riveted on. They have googly eyes. There's the shakers at the top, and they are a black mat with a gold salt and pepper, and they have a jingle bell on a gold ribbon. The start for these would be, let's just stick there for a while. $8. There's the magnets. No worries. Miss Kathy, I did get, Kim sent me a message that you claimed something at the end of the sale last night, and I believe I got it pulled for you, the little metronome. So want to make sure that that was you. I don't think we had any other Kathys at the time in the chat, so wanted to double check. You have them in green. I thought they were so cute. There's their stoppers. The tall salt shaker is 4.5 inches tall, and the shorter pepper shaker is 3.5 inches tall, and they are about, I'd say, 1.25 to 1.5 inches wide. This one's a little bit bigger around. You don't see many with the magnets, and I thought it was unique because they were wooden. They still had their mate. Wonderful. Thank you, Kathy. And, you know, all their eyes, all their ears, their little noses attached and everything. So, okie dokie. And a sticker. So that should put them 50s, 60s, give or take. Do this the right way. I think I want to do these as a pair. His ears need up. Oh, we could rotate them. We could stick them up like that. I thought they looked more like Snoopy ears down versus, is this what you're talking about? Like this? No, no. He looks a little scared. His eyes. So you can make him have all different kinds of expressions that way. This will be a pair, $12 start. Ceramic. What does that say? Gotta get out the magnifying glass. M-A-R-U-R-I. Marari. Japan. We have a boy and a girl, both just chilling out, laying on their stomachs. You know how kids do that while they're watching TV, reading a book, playing. Feet in the air. He has on a little green hat. Looks like he needs a little bit of a wash. We have some shiny gloss glaze on his shirt, and the rest of him is mostly that matte finish. A little bit on his skin is a little more shiny, it's like semi-gloss. And the girl, she has her little ruffle topped dress on. It looks almost like an apron, goes right around the corners on her shoulders. And her little socks, her Mary Jane's. And there's her face. So mix between glossy and matte glaze, 3.5 inches long, 4 inches, looking at her elbows. They're about 2 inches wide and about 3 inches tall. So it is for the pair. Good evening, Becky. How are you? Let's see. They both look this direction. And so I suppose if we turn them this way, they're kind of looking in the same direction, but still not looking at each other. They need a scene like I'm guessing like a radio or a television or something to be looking at. That or they are totally just off in dreamland, daydreaming away. That's right, all the Becky's in the house. Another salt and pepper shaker set. Sorry, I thought I had. Okay, they were a start of, yeah, and now I'm like trying to remember. I think I said 12. I'm doing all right. It's been a nice day to be down. Just kind of chilling today. Jeff went up to the football game. Thank you, Miss Kathy. I'm like, I think that's what I said. That's okay, Kim. It's all good. I'm going to try and be like, okay, starting price, $8 for this next one. I need to do a quick something. I think there's a little bit of dust from rearranging. Nope, need to have a runny nose in front of everybody besides everything else going on. Made in Japan. $8 start. There is one with a cork, one without. There's the mark on the bottom. They are the sugared look. On the ceramics, we have the poodle in a basket, and that is paired with the kitten in the basket. They have the same ingredients or flowers in the baskets. Gold highlights, where there's the shakers at the top, like that. Oh, the cork for this one is in the bottom. You might be able to pull it out and order and get enough pieces or whatever. Use this one to. I know that you can order replacement corks on Amazon or one of those sites or whatever. But it's got some pretty good paint. They are 3 1/4 inch tall, about 2.5 inches wide, and about 1.5 inches deep. 1.5 inches, 2.5, 3 1/4 tall. You can put as little or as much information as you'd like into the description, Kim. I mean, you could put cat, dog, shaker set. It would be okay with me, as long as we know which one we're on. She looks like she needs a little bit. She's got green eyes. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that they had them at the hardware store. There you go. Another place to look for them. The only thing that I don't like about the hardware stores nowadays, after spending years going to them with my dad as a kid, you used to be able to buy one of anything you wanted. Now you have to buy a 6-pack, an 8-pack, a 12-pack. The only thing at Ace that's still a onesie-twosie is their wall of all the screws and nails and bolts. But otherwise, like at Lowe's and everything, you have to buy like a whole package of them. So you never know how many you're going to need, I suppose. What did I just do? I did a salt and pepper shaker set. Okay. I have a little hound dog. I think he looks very reminiscent of the Rio Hondo pottery. He would be a $4 start. He is not marked. I do not know how Rio Hondo marks. I would just go by from my shopping and seeing other pieces that have been identified. The eyes and the way they've painted is how I recognize them. About 1 3/4 inches wide, 2 inches tall, about 1 inch wide, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 2 inches tall. Yay big. This is a little more off-white. He is doing that hound dog. Oh, we have Carolyn at 4. So I'm going to say Rio Hondo, hound dog. And then that brown pottery, or brown, oh my goodness, glaze of the details. Paint, that's the word I want, paint. How come I can function just fine until I get in front of you guys? And then I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And right at the beginning, just taking me a little bit to get into it. Last call. Glowy girl. And cooperate sticky notes. Thank you so much. I'm going to go that way. There we go. Perfect. How about a pair of pears? $5 start. These both have their corks. Maybe you do need that 6-pack of corks. Their corks are inside, made in Japan. I know. Here is a top. They're kind of a two-tone, orange and yellow. They both have the shakers at the top. You can see their stem. This has a little bit of paint loss. Looks like it's the orange and the yellow are both cold paint, so we don't want to submerge these for cleaning. You just want to use a damp cloth for spot cleaning. Otherwise, you'll float the rest of that paint right off. 2 inches tall and about 1.5 inches across. And it looks, I mean, they're almost totally different. They kind of look like candy corn. They make a great fall accessory. I've seen some place settings where they use these smaller shaker sets, like as a personal place setting shakers, kind of like the little square or the cube size crystal ones. But if you had like little figures for each place setting, that would be really clever and cute as well. Well, we have several dogs tonight, so I think we're going to do a few of those in a row. I have a pair. A pair of puppies after the pair of shakers. And hey, we got 25 people in the chat tonight so far. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it very much. Should give myself a thumbs up as long as we're here while I'm watching on my chat screen. All right. These are a pair of poodles. I believe they might have been part of a little chain gang. That or somebody had tried to make them part of a chain gang. So we have the white with the black highlights. I'm not seeing any mark here. The pair of poodles, we could start at $5. And this one, there are no marks on the bottom as well. And the white with the black accents. They kind of look like I don't think they were a chain gang, because usually the little ones look a little bit more like a smaller, these, how does that make sense? Like a puppy. These look like full, adult dogs. But they do, look, they have that spot right there for something that could go through there. So I don't know. Both of them do. I don't know. They go good in a miniature shelf. Look at the little details of all the toenails. We have this bigger one is 2 inches by 2.5 tall, about 1 inch deep. And then the smaller one is 2 inches by just a little under 2 inches tall and 1 inch deep as well. So they're both about the same this way and this way, but this one's just a little bit taller. And that would be for the pair. All right. Looks like I'm going to get a whole box full to head over to the booth. As soon as I clear out Christmas, probably somewhere between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to be doing a clear out all the Christmas, and then I'm going to do, I haven't pulled anything for donate since we redid the booth last year this time. So I'm probably going to do a couple boxes of donate, and then have all this stuff ready waiting in the wings to fill up the booth. Because boy, after you take out Christmas, it sure makes it look empty. I think these are really cool. Let's go $6 start on this pair. Porcelain S Salt and Pepper Club, the CC company. Don't know where these came from, but they are both marked with that. Neither one has corks. Here are the shakers. And you have 2 hands. That is sticker goo. Both have bright red polish on them. I'm imagining that's cold paint, but they are both in really good condition. There's not even any scratching off of the nails. These are approximately a little over 3 inches long and just under 2 inches tall. And they're similar to like the hugging or the snuggling critters. Look at the detail that they put in the hands. They have the lines at the knuckles and in the palm. Yeah, I thought they were kind of fun. So they're both the same direction, but then when they come together, they sit super nice, just like that. Snuggled up together. Like you're folding your hands. Well, no, can't be folding your hands. More like a handshake. Wrong direction for folding hands. That would be even more fun if they were articulated like that to fold your hands. That would be super neat. So yeah, I don't know the CC company, or if that O is another initial for something else. I don't know about that either. I think part of all these figures and shakers is I was kind of gearing up for before I even came live. And I was like, well, I need to have some of the whole bunch of everybody's selling shakers and figurines and this, that, and the other thing. So those were the kind of things that I was picking up, and I have barely even offered them over the years. Here we have a skunk figurine. He'd be a $4 start. He has kind of metallic details. I don't know if there was another color that was on top of it, but it almost looks like silver and gold. Like around his eyes are gold, and then this here, it looks more silver. I'm guessing it's where the black was for like the stripes on the skunk. Mark Japan. He is. He's not stinky. He'd be nice. 3 inches tall by just about 3¼ inches wide, because his tail and his foot sticks out, and about 1 inch deep. About like so. He would have been a fun shaker as well, but alas, he's just a figurine. I'm going to do a single shaker. Let's start him at 3. This is, I know we've seen this set before. I mean, he's obviously the pepper. We're missing his salt counterpart that characterized puppy dog. Look at all those holes in the top for the shaker. Made in Japan. No cork. Looks like there's a little bit of paint loss here in the orange at the front that has some gold accents. I believe, oh, and there's a bow right at the back. I believe these guys were almost like face to face. Kind of like huggers. Because that's what he looks like he's doing. He's holding out his hands, getting ready to give a big hug. One black ear, one ear that has a little bit of a red and a highlight. And I mean, he's definitely characterized for a puppy dog. 3 inches tall, about 1.5 by 1.5 on the base. I think it would be kind of fun to have a tree of salt and pepper shaker ornaments. If you picked, oh, Bonzo, that's his name. There we go. Carol knows. If you picked like a theme, like all dogs, all cats, all something, or a colorway, Carol's in at 3. Thank you, Carol. That'd be kind of fun to make shakers out of them, because you could string up, especially if they don't have corks, so it'd be super easy. You could go through the shaker holes to make them hang as an ornament. Single shaker. He is at 3. We can count that down for Carol. All right. Last call. Oh, you're finally getting a home, puppy. Maybe Carol has some salt ones to match you up with. Perfect. Or stack them up. Oh, you're right. You could wire them that way. I know several people also I've seen if they're making the assemblage or the button bouquets, they use the single shakers to put the buttons in on wires that look like flowers, or use them to put hat pins in sometimes, even though they're not a hat pin holder. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Oh, no. You have to sit somewhere close to a charger. It always feels like we should have access to our phones being charged all the time. George Good Corporation, 1974. Porcelain Girl. She has like red roses, a green dress, brown accents, and a little muff. $5 start. I believe they did these for the months of the year, but it's not noted on her. It might have been like right here where there was a sticker before. These girls, I love their eyes. Even though there's no color in them, they have such expressive eyes, and the eyelashes. Yeah, super short. Green bow in the hair. She is approximately 2 inches deep, 2.5 inches wide, and almost 3.5 inches tall. About 3.25 inches tall. And 2.5 this way, 2 this way. And there she is. I would guess she is fall to winter with a muff like that. So we have Stephanie in at 5. I'm going to say green dress girl, just so we know who she is. We can count her down for Stephanie. All right. That's why I had to get some of those. I think I had like a 6-inch or a 12-inch one for a little while, a cord in the car, because it was just too short. Could barely get it plugged in and put it back in the holder for navigating. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. I have a single candle hugger. This is one of my favorites. I had so wished I could have found her match. She is a white porcelain kitty cat candle hugger with gold accents, starting at $5. She has her tail, she has her ears, all 4 paws. We have a sticker, and I will need to do all the things to double check what. It's a silver metallic Napco, made in Japan. There we go. She is super cute. Just sweet little details. So I would think that if you had like just a little variety of candle huggers on a display, she would fit in just nicely. She's kind of big for some of these candle huggers. She is approximately 3.5 inches tall, about 2.5 inches wide, and about 2 inches deep. So with her tail to her feet, she's 2 inches. And then we go this way, she's 2.5 inches because her hand sticks out and her foot sticks out. But she's really cute. Cute little expression on her eyes. We might need to someday do a multiple candle holder display with like all single huggers on it. That would be really fun. Then I'd have to go find all the huggers again. I don't have very many anymore. I currently only have, well, right here, I only have 1 pair and 2 singles. So we're going to switch back to let's go this way, to a dog figure. These are a little bit bigger. Made in Japan. He can be a $5 start. He is 3.5 inches tall and almost 5 inches long. And that makes him about 2 inches wide. Spaniel of some sort. Again, I don't know all the dogs all the time. Look at his little eyes. He's looking up at something. Nice glossy finish. browns, whites, and almost to a dark brown on the tail and the ears, maybe even up to the black. It's hard to tell in the, I guess it's dark brown. But again, made in Japan. Big guy. Let's go. This is a single. Let's go to this single. Japan. I can't read the foil tag. She is super cute. The little blue kitten in a basket. She was a single hanging out at the flea market when we were in Alabama with Steven. So, she almost looks angry about sitting there by herself. I would like to start this one at $8. What, you tell me which one, Miss Kathy. Oh, the candle holder one? The candle hugger? You got it. And we're sending it to Helen, New England Thrifter. As long as we're all on the same page. Oh, Jeff got himself a new Bronco hat. So I'm going to hold this one up while I finish writing this one down. So she does have the foil sticker, but you can't read it. It does say Japan. There is a stopper. Here are the holes on the back. Oops. 3.5 inches tall and about 2 by 2. Uh-oh. We're going to have to make her a little bit less. What did I start her at? 8? Let's put her to 5. She has a little chip right there. They must have been giving away something special at the game. So cat, handle hugger, to Helen. Perfect. I got it. Yeah, it's the Miles, the horse logo mascot on a knit hat. Mm-hmm. Where did you go, kitty cat? There you are. All right, Miss Kathy, I got you. Thank you. Lay down. It almost when they're laying down, they almost remind me of the gum parkers. Yep, update on the single shaker. Again, she'd make a great ornament. But yeah, I didn't notice that until now. A little chip on the side of the basket. Now, we've talked about this before, where like a little chip or a little crack or something like that. I have ordered these little bitty flowers. Excuse me. Ladybugs, butterflies. This would be one of those perfect places to put something like that. You just place it. They're just little mini accents, and it would be a great update for something like that. And that's what I was thinking too, Kathy. She looks like Miss Priss or, well, similar to Miss Priss. I know there's yellow shakers out there and the blue. And then what else? There's the bluebirds too. That's what else she looked like to me, was that style with the bluebirds. Just rummaging around in the refrigerator. All right. This is one I've had for a little while. He's a dinosaur. If you have any kids in your life that you're wanting to start some sort of a collection for them, I have a vintage dinosaur figure for you. Now, I don't remember the name of this dinosaur specifically. I would like to start this guy at $8. He's pink and black over the white porcelain. Beautiful glossy finish. Look at his little face. He's pretty happy about himself too. I wish I was able to, again, another one, a few of the things I've just stuck up there trying to research. He has a partial label. I'm guessing that's a Japan. It could be the Napco or Lefton or something like that. Yep. I don't know. They're talking about buying pizza today. But he's a really interesting piece. I haven't seen very many dinosaurs out there in vintage figurines. I see much more of the little kitschy ones. He is 6 inches long, about 2.5 inches tall, and about 3 inches wide. Mom might be able to tell us what kind of dinosaur he is. The one with like the hard shell or all the spiky things on his back. He has a few on his head there. Kind of looks like a lizard too. I mean, it would be breakable, but boy, it'd be a fun piece for somebody who is wanting to learn how to collect things and for looking for something that's totally out of the ordinary. Hello, Maritza. Welcome. Baby alligator? I don't think so. Maybe like those horny toad lizards. But I still say he looks like a dinosaur. But I mean, pink and black. You can't barely turn him down. Can't leave him behind. All right. Let's go to the shaker set. Seems to be where everything is made in Japan. Vintage wise. We have 2 corks. Here are the shakers. We have a pair of trouts, a pair of fish at the very least. They have all their fins, all of them, and their nose. This will be an $8 start. White spots. This is the other one. Let's see. They are the same direction. Mostly green tones, some brown, white spots. I know, it would be fishy. You have an angler, a fisherman, outdoorsman, or even like, again, the cabin theme. Now, they can sit 2 different directions. I'm going to try and figure out which is best. So they can sit this way, or they can sit this way. And you could do one way and one the other. So gives them a little bit different angles to them. But the fine tips on the porcelain and stuff like this, they usually have some sort of a chip on the end of it. This is like 3D. You can feel those lines. You can feel the scales as well pushed into the porcelain. They are 5 inches long, about 3 inches tall, and with those fins about 1.5 inches wide. It'd be great with moose or, I don't know, somebody from the Midwest, the North, all those sportsmen. I kind of like it where one is up and one is down. They look nice sitting together that way. I had them on my shelf, both sitting the same direction, and I didn't even think about alternating them. Okay, let me see what we got here. We have April. We're going to start here. I have a few of the angels. This is a boy angel. He is for April. Narco, yep. 1956. His model number is A1920. It has a sticker as well on there. Let's go with a $12 start. He has his wings. They are attached. They have not been repaired. He has his halo. We have a floral at his feet. Napco? Oh, okay. You know, Narco. I might have watched a series about Narco recently, and that would be probably why that came out. Thank you, Carol. A little bunny rabbit sitting at his feet. Carol's laughing. It took her a while to type that in because she's like, uh-huh. A basket of Easter eggs, his little tails suit jacket, you know, and a little blue bow tie. His little face. So cute. I know. How Napco, whatever. Two totally different countries and continents for that matter. But he is a little bit shorter than some of the angels I've had in the past. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches tall, about 3 inches wide, and about 2 inches deep. So 2, 3, and 4. We got Carrie-Ann at 12. I have tried over time to remember to bring these out during the months before, so they would be appropriate for the time of year. Right, Karen? I don't see the boy ones nearly as much as the little girls. I hear that they are harder to find as well. And welcome. Thanks for joining us. So we have the April. I had one that was like in a tuxedo. He was so cute. So I'm just bringing them with the figurines. I don't have a good luck bringing them out seasonally. I don't know why. And we have Carrie-Ann in at 12. We can count that down for her. Carrie-Ann. I think we're going to run out of shakers before we run out of figurines, looks like tonight. Last call. The alternating will have to rotate to something different. There we go. Sold to Carrie-Ann. Thank you so much. Well, as long as we're going to do something totally different. What's it? No. Something's in there, but I can't see it. Oh, she changed her name. I have a hippopotamus. I believe this is a toothpick holder. From the looks of it being a spotted hippopotamus, which reminds me, by the way, of that book by Dr. Seuss, Put Me in the Zoo, with that bear with all the different colored dots on it. That's totally what this line reminds me of. And we have the pearlized, what is this called? Like the marigold iridized glaze. And that's where the toothpicks go. I can start him at $7. He does have a little bit of that iridized glaze, luster glaze on his chin. Somehow he got a little too close to the paintbrush. It is marked made in Japan. Right. Thank you, Kim. But he so much reminds me of that Dr. Seuss book, Put Me in the Zoo. He is 2.5 inches wide and about 1.5 inches, well, with his chin sticking out. Let's fix that. He's almost 3 inches deep. And he sits about 3 inches tall. 3 inches. And so from here to here is 3 inches. And this is about 2 inches this direction. I know. Some of those ones that just stick in your head. Great color. Other than that little extra luster paint that he has on his face, he is doing good. It also reminds me of, we have several hippopotamuses here at our Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and they have them paint. They put paint on the front of them and feed them treats, and then they smash a canvas on them, and they have these hippopotamus mushes, like you're trying to wipe off their face, and it's art, apparently. That's what else it reminds me of. So we can count that down for MJ. Hippo. toothpick holder. And hey, MJ, welcome in. Found a roll of stickers. I'm like, we're going to use those to help keep all the sticky notes. They don't pop off tonight. Keep us all organized. Well, they have the, what else paints? The elephants paint, and they, load up a paintbrush and they put it in their trunk, and then they have them paint. But the hippopotamuses, they just like smush it. It's kind of silly, but fun. Haven't been to the zoo in a while. Okay, next up, I have a pair of shakers. One has a little chip damage on her ear. I would like to start these at $12. These are Siamese cats, ceramic. We have the dark color detailing around the feet and the tail. This taller one has a little chip right there on the ear, but I think you could probably touch that up with some paint or Sharpie. We have the rhinestone eyes and the whiskers. Here is the stopper. It's marked Victoria Ceramics, made in Japan. They both have stickers and stoppers. This one is a little bit shorter, has a little different expression on her face, but her ears are intact with the details on the back, and there is the black detailing around her legs and tail. The shakers are on the back side of the heads. Our taller one is 6 inches tall, and this one is 5 1/4 inches tall. Otherwise, they're within about a 2 by 1.5 base each direction. And let's see, they sit. They don't like intertwine, but she sits, when they sit next to each other, their necks just go right next to each other and nuzzle up, like she's looking up or giving a little cuddle to the other kitty cat. These might be a little bit newer to have the plastic stoppers, unless somebody replaced them prior to me having them. That could be also. How about a Dalmatian? I have 101 Disney Dalmatian. Don't know which one it is. He would be a $5 start. Nope, there's nothing underneath the sticker there, so that's not a problem for tonight. Eye Shine Gloss. One of the little Dalmatian puppies just laying down with his nose on the floor. And he has a yellow collar on. Disney from China, or made in China, made of China. I don't know exactly. Probably made in China. So it's probably a newer figurine. He is 3 1/4 inches long, 1.5 wide, and just a little over an inch tall. His longest dimension is this direction. Look at his little toes. In the phone, it almost looks like these 3 dots are shakers, but they are not. They're his Dalmatian spots. He is, Ma. He's Disney. He is a 101 Dalmatian. He's one of the puppies. Don't know which one. He looks like it really looks like he's got a lot of shaker holes. That's what it looks like. Poor puppy. Getting mistaken for a salt shaker. All right. No stoppers. This pair, they're going to start at $6. They are, I think they're rabbits. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're made in Japan. They're the hugger shakers. They embrace like this, but their eyes, they are bugged out about something. I don't know what, totally different expression that I'm used to on these little rabbit critters. They hug together like that. They have orange cold paint on their eyes and their ears. No stoppers, and the shakers are on the top. They are about 3 inches tall, a little shorter than that. 2.5, 2 3/4 tall, and about 1.5 on the base. And then they come together and give a hug. But they are like, oh my gosh, did you see that UFO? I can't believe it. They're totally, they are wigged out about something. Somebody's had a bad day. All right. Then we're going to go June. This one will be a $15 start, please, Kim. Yukago ceramics out of Japan. We have the sticker, which is in really good condition, an original price stamped on the bottom of 69 cents. Right, Kristen. Some got into their carrots for sure. No, Ma, I don't have any cows. Sorry. You usually get first dibs on all the cow ones, I find. That's it too. Definitely. So we have June Angel. She has like the spaghetti detailing around the front of her skirt. It's only on the front, not on the back. Gold, like sponge detailing, a green bow. She's holding, looks like she's holding a bowl or a basket of flowers. And there is her little face. A little more doll-like, has a skin tone versus that first angel, that boy angel. The background of his face was all white. She's got skin tone and blush on her cheeks. Obviously the red lip, gorgeous eyelashes, her little ringlet hair, halo on top, wings on the back, all the detailing in gold. She is also a little bit taller, which means she is 5 inches tall. She runs about 3 inches wide and about 2 inches deep. 2, 3, 5. All the wings, all of her roses. She's in very good condition. No toes sticking out. And then the spaghetti all the way around, like the ruffle on the bottom of her skirt. And just for comparison, this is the boy one we had earlier. He is about 1 inch shorter. And I'm assuming it's a different, yes, Napco. And she is Yukago. So totally different brand and style. All right. How about something totally different? I've had some of these before, and I know I have some of them hiding somewhere, probably in a deep dark box that I haven't seen in years. These are aluminum sculptures. They are made in Canada. All I'm seeing is oh goodness, it's really hard to read the name. It's got the artist's name etched into the bottom. 274 is probably the item number. And this one is an owl. I've seen at least, I don't know, 8, 10 different shapes out of they're all wildlife. little statues. He is 2.5 inches tall and about 1.25 inches each direction. This guy will need to start at $12. The little boy, yeah. I believe these are solid. I know when I looked them up, I know they're out of Canada because this other one I have has a sticker there that says Canada at the bottom, but I can't read the guy's name. I think it starts with an H. This is probably the best marked one that I have. And boy, he is highly polished because that glare is something else that's coming off of him. But we have an owl, a Canadian owl. These are a little more artistic expression. They don't have nearly as much detail in them as some of the other figurines I've had. We're going to go with another single shaker. $3 start. Try and read this one. The Gift Craft. Made in Japan. Single shaker, so it says Gift Craft right here. Japan E 2050. Heather Edwards? It could be. Where'd he go? I don't know, I think the last name starts with a C. I thought it was a male name, but it's been a while since I've looked them up. I'm going to say spaniel of some sort. Kind of looks like Lady, whatever kind of puppy dog Lady is. There's the shaker holes. Boy, everybody's a little dusty. Single shaker. Cocker Spaniel. There we go. She is almost 3 inches tall. So 2 3/4 inches tall, about 2 inches deep, and pretty much the same direction. 2 inches by 2 inches. A little bit of her eyes are very detailed. I don't know why we have 2 nostrils right there on the nose, but you know, that's that is her detailing. But she's cute. It's kind of that mix. It's not very high gloss, but it is not bisque. It's a little like a semi-gloss finish on the shaker. And she does have her cork as well. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 shaker sets left. Let's go to this guy. He has the best personality in a figurine that I have seen in a long time. Made in Japan. Looks like it was given to someone for Christmas. December 24th, 1964. $12 start, please. He is a 2-tone green tiger, and he has got some attitude. Lime green and emerald green stripes, or chartreuse. Someone wrote on the bottom, like I said, Christmas 12/24/64. Made in Japan with the sticker. Look at his face, the lashes, the pink detailing. He's got the green stripe across his chin, all the way down to the tip of his tail. And he is tall, too. He is 5.5 inches tall by about 3 by 2.5. He is just totally pleased with himself. So happy I got given as a Christmas present. And that he's like listening to some totally groovy music. We have the detailing down on the toes at the bottom as well. And some more pink down there. I believe these were airbrushed. because you're not getting very crisp lines. It kind of just fades out, kind of that ombre look. Very retro, very mid-mod, very 60s. Not demure. All right, shaker set. A pair of these have a little bit of wear. One cork is inside. $6 start because they have a little bit of wear. We have 2 heads. Green hats. There's the shaker holes on top. Eyes are great. Great expression. This one had the luster around like the hair, but it is a little bit more worn off. It has the Japan and the stopper. And this one has a little more luster where it's still on it. The other one must have been the shaker that was used the majority of the time. And the cork is down inside. It is also marked Japan. But those eyes are just fantastic. I see you there, Carol. Thank you. And they're little. They are 1.5 inches across each direction and just under 2 inches tall. Just little guys. They look like they should be the top of a doll, practically. Or a cookie jar. That would be really cute in a dollhouse or a miniature house. They look like a cookie jar shape because their hat looks like the lid. All right, we have Carolyn at 6. And count it down. Why I keep wanting to put an E in your glowy. I don't know why. Probably because of your E on Carol. Last call. Thank you, Miss Carol. Appreciate it. You guys go over here. Perfect. Let's do. I would like to do these guys as a set. Are they all the same? Let me see. I'm just gonna. I don't think they're exactly the same. They might be. I think they are the same. I can do all 3. I can do one. I can separate them either way. They're little bird figurines. This one has the little label there. Let's see if we can tell. I can start them at $3 each, or we could do 7 for all 3. Oh, these are the Russia ones, made in the USSR. There we go. There are the porcelain little birds made in Russia. I have 3 of them. They all face the same way. They're in the blues, the grays, a little bit of tan. They have the black detailing on their faces. Only one of them has the tag, but they are tiny. They're just little. So they are approximately 1 3/4 inch from their beak to the tail. They're just over 1 inch wide here, and they are about 1.5 inches tall. Stephanie is in for the set. So you can see they're all looking the same direction. And I'll hold this one up as well so you can see that. They'd be super cute, just set on the edge of a shelf, kind of like birds sitting on a wire together. And there's a little bit of difference in how they've been colored, but I'm guessing again that's because of the style of the airbrushing. But they do have their beaks, they have their tails, and we can count those down for Miss Stephanie. I'm going to say 3 bird set. They're so tiny. Just little budgie birds. USSR, that gives us a little bit of time frame. That should be before what? Before the mid 80s, right? Last call. There was something the other day I picked up and I didn't realize it until after the fact that it said West Germany on it. When I purchased it, I was like, wow, that's older than I thought it would be. I just thought it had said Germany. All right, you little birdies, you just all sit nice over here. All together. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. Appreciate it. Shakers. Oh, Mom might be able to tell us who these were made by. They're the round sphere shakers. They're cream color with a red ring. These can start at $7. They are approximately 3 inches. I think about each, tall, round, all the things. A little under 3 inches tall because they sit flat. This one is marked salt, but it had the gold luster, and it must have been used more because the pepper is still very shiny and the gold one is a little bit worn. One stopper, one's inside. Here is the shaker pattern on the top. I'm thinking, Mom used to collect something in this that was blue and white. Is it Hall or I don't remember the name of who made these. I just know that they needed to come home with me. So obviously they like salt much more than pepper, just like at my house. They have that little slant to it. So they do kind of look like they are almost the same size as pool balls. I would agree. That's kind of funny. But they are pottery. And I know there's other kitchen pieces like canisters, mixing bowls, pitchers, that kind of thing that coordinate with this style and pattern way. I think Hall, Hall, because Hole is the ones that has the vases and the floral prints and stuff. That's pottery. So kitchen craft, maybe. I might have to do a Google search after the fact. Because Mom had, I'm trying to remember. Mom's were blue and white. John collects one that's like a primrose pattern, and it's blue and white with pinks and yellows and blue florals that are printed on it. But I don't remember. It might not be Hall. Don't know. It's a surprise. All right. Well, we're going to go to this little guy since those birds were popular. This also says made in, it should be USSR. I can't, is it AGOS? If it's Russian, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. But underneath was stamped made in USSR. It's a little chipmunk. That's what we call them, at least here in Colorado. Ground squirrels, chipmunks with the stripes, a little shorter tail. Cute little face, the whiskers. Kind of a, where they didn't put the paint, is where the detailing then stayed for like the whiskers and the stripes. He's really cute. Stephen had one of these in his shop at the beginning of December. About 2.5 inches long, about 1.5 inches deep, and about 1.75 inches tall. Yeah, apparently one of these little critters came in the garage bay in the back where John was blowing ornaments. and made his way all the way into his little shop. But they got him out. They shoot him out. So for reference, this little chipmunk is significantly bigger than those little bitty birds. But he's not very big himself. I do like the little ones. We have the chipmunks up on the mountain passes. There's a couple places where people like to stop and feed them when it's not, it's not winter time. Did I not say? Sorry, Kim. $7 start. Like the birds. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna look at it long enough to find a flaw. We'll just call him a chipmunk. Literally. It was okay. Do you see it? Right there? It was repaired fantastically. As I didn't see it, I just ran my finger over it. So, Mom, if you're still good with that, or I can make him a $5 start because he has been repaired. Very good repair. Boy, you can see it way better on the camera than you can in person. So, if you want to be in at 5, I'll put him to 5 with that little chip on his ear. Okay. All right. We got it. You can count it down for Mom. As long as you still want to be in, Mom. Let me know if you still want to be in. Okay? All right. You can be sold. These little critters, I tell you what, I didn't repair them. I didn't, some people can really do a good job of, why am I getting the hiccups now? Good grief. Of fixing them up. All right. What is next? Oh, he was part of a chain gang. Let's go to a shaker set. I think I have shown these before. These had the sound squeakers in them. They look very similar to the Hoyt Howard style, but I don't think they are. And it looks, somebody must have had them in their collection because they put numbers on them in terms of like which pair they had in their collection goes to what. We have, I would say, I think we need to do a $15 start. There is a little bit of paint loss on this one where the feet meet the body. And yes, they've been numbered twice in 2 places. I'm wondering if this one would come off with a little more magic eraser. But great graphics on the eyes with the pink bow and the blue eyelashes. Usually you don't even get the squeakers in there, even if they don't work. They have the stoppers on the back of their heads, and the shaker hole is at the top. That's the pink bow. This is the yellow bow. Shaker on the top, stopper here, and yep, marked on the bottom with a number from someone's collection. These guys are big. They're pretty good size. 4 inches tall, about 3 inches wide at the tip of their ears, and about 2 at the bottom, so their ears stick out quite a bit. And then, yeah, about 2 inches deep this direction. Their tails come up on different sides of them. And they are going over here. All right, this is the Big Chain Gang. This is one I do have that is all together. I had another one that I was looking for, but it is hiding from me. I don't know where it went. It's not back there. I know I saw it recently. It's a bummer when I see it and then it like hides from me. This is a raccoon with 2 raccoon babies on the chains. They do have a little bit of paint loss on their noses. Start would be $8 on this set. Oops. I believe there was a sticker here. What did they do there? Did somebody paint over that? I was going to say it looked like a sticker where it was manufactured, but well, it looks like somebody took whiteout to it, honestly. I don't know why. Let's see. Do your little guys have a mark on the bottom? They do not. So Mama is about 6 inches tall by about 3 by 4. It looks like somebody took whiteout for some other reason, if they maybe marked on it and then didn't want to write on it, you know, to cross it out. I don't know. There was like a number right here, and the babies do not have a mark. Oh my goodness. They have a limited chain. They do not run through her jump ring. And the babies are a little bit worse for the wear because I think they've been dangling around more than she has. There we go. Everybody in the picture. Again, I would guess Japan, just by the style and the kind of ceramics. Do you have any of those out there, Kim, at your new place? Any of those trash pandas, as everybody likes to call them? Those crazy raccoons? Okay, those were, let's do another shaker round. Because we'll be down to just figurines here soon. This one is it's like a hat rack. It's plastic. Might be more like celluloid. I don't think it's lucite. It says patent pending or made in the USA. Yep, patent pending on the bottom. So it is a stand. It has the shoes and then the hat rack. This will be, I'd like this to be $9 start. So we have the umbrellas that are the shakers. This one is the salt. And the holes are at the top here. So the letter comes out to fill up the umbrella. And that just goes back in there. And they hang on the little coat rack. So there's the salt. Here is the pepper. Also take, hang him up on the rack like so. This is one of my favorites. I don't think there'd be very, like a lot of volume in there, but a super cute way to have a salt and pepper set on the highway. So the whole stand, I'm going to take off the shakers because I'll drop them. They're like 3 1/4 inches tall, the shakers are. And then the stand itself is 7 inches tall and the base is just over 3 inches across. No? I think I've seen it one other time. And I know I've had one other style that had some sort of, that was plastic like this. That had, I think it was yellow, but I don't remember what shape it was. So I would imagine that these would have gotten broken easily. It's a very lightweight. And if these dropped and the lids came out or the letters got broken, They probably didn't last terribly long. We got Mom in at 9. And we can count that down. It is cute. I like the shoes at the bottom also. Very stylized. Little boots and shoes. All right, you guys sit still. Nobody fall anywhere. All right. Oh, come on now. There we go. Put Mom's sticker on the bottom. Perfect. Thank you. You go on there. Okay. I have another spaniel. A little more brown and white. This is another big figurine. No markings on the bottom. $5 choice. Not $5 choice. $5 start. He is 4.5 inches long and almost 4 inches tall and about 2 inches wide. Now, in comparison to that other larger dog I had earlier, put them next to each other, they're almost the same size. Very similar. But he's got lots of curly hair and that airbrushed detailing. I don't see. I really wish that all of these would have been marked, but they're not. Kind of a bummer. Look at his little smiley face. Oh, he's got a cute face. Okay. Sit next to the dinosaur over here. You got it. Speaking of pandas, trash pandas. This brand was something that we used to carry at the Hallmark store in little figurines. It's out of Noble, Oklahoma, made in the USA. United Division Corporation. Something craft. It's a little, I think they're resin. Here's all the stickers. He's a little raccoon. He'd be a $3 start. They used to have puppy dogs that would be in like little sleeping bags, and they'd have cats that were curled up in little beds. But he's just a little raccoon. They made all sorts of different critters. Something Craft was the name of the line. He's 2 inches by 1.5 across, and he is about 1.5 inches tall. He's a little more cute than that giant panda in the chain gang. Made in the USA. I remember having the puppies that were laying flat with their chins on the ground, and then you'd slide them into their little beds that were made out of like they look like little sleeping bags, little dog beds. Nope, that one's gone. Bummer. Gotta go to this one. Okie dokie. I have another angel. Oh, I did them out of order. Here's May. She is Yukago again, made in Japan. She also has that spaghetti at the bottom. This will be a $15 start, just like what month did we have earlier? The June one. So this is May. Gold accents. She's got a pink bow. She's got a cake or something. Looks like a dish on that tray. She is looking off to one side. Her mouth almost looks like a heart. Gold accent. She's got a different hairdo. She's got little, almost like ringlets on each side of her head. Gold halo. Accents on the wings. She is 5 inches tall by 3 by 3, basically, with the wings. Yay big. Got a lot of blush on her cheeks. And there's spaghetti on her cuffs as well. So yep, she is May. Looks like they did that with like handwriting, handwritten, hand painted. So you can see them next to each other. There is May and June. So we have one with flowers and one with a tray of food. I'm guessing a cake of some sort. All right. Thank you, Kim. I have a couple the Artesania Rinconada or the other brand. Made in Uruguay. I believe that's the brand that they are. The AR. Let me see if he's got a mark on him here. Oh, he does, but it's not what I'm looking for. This one has a sticker. Here's the mark on the bottom of the clay. This one is a cat. So they usually glaze part of the details in its eyes and its nose, and its little nails are glazed and shiny. The rest of him has been left the matte or unglazed. Looks like we have and then we have one toe on each of the back feet that's been glazed as well. $8 start for the cat. It is 2.5 inches long, a little over 3 inches tall, about 2 inches wide. 2.5 by 3. And usually it says AR, but it's got little felt feet. So I'm having a hard time reading that mark that they carved in the bottom there. But it does have the sticker that says made in Uruguay. All right. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. But it's a tan cat. These have been hard to find over the years, over time here in Colorado. Mom got a whole set once that was all the critters from an ark. She got like the whole Noah's Ark set at auction one time. Let's see. We had said 8. Let's just do a second one. This one is like a cougar, a mountain lion. He can be an $8 start as well. So all his details, his eyes, his ears, the nose, around his face, his whiskers, all that has been glazed and fired to be glossy. And then the rest of him has been left to be the matte or the natural clay look when it was fired. He has that mark underneath. Definitely not seeing an AR. I don't know why, but it should be this. It's the same style. Yeah, it was really cool, Laura. The only problem was that there were a few pieces that had been, chipped and everything because it had been knocked around in a box. But she had it out at her booth for quite a while. Slowly, all the animals went away. It was long before all this YouTube and everything, and everybody was going crazy over the that maker. So, yep. Let's see. This can be a $7 start, Kim. It's made in Japan. I believe this is a little ashtray. Yorkie, Scotty, Terrier. Kind of got the luster, the white luster finish with the white and black cold paint. And he sits like this, flat. And I don't know what else it would be because there's little indents here like this that it would be for an ashtray or I don't know. I'd say like a nut bowl or something for playing cards, but I'm pretty sure that it's an ashtray. Made in Japan. He is 3 inches by 2.5, and it sits just under 1 inch deep. He's like, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Whatever. I think that these came in sets of 4 like card table sets. It's just got a little indent right here on each of the ears. So that's what makes me think it might have been an ashtray. Or it could be, it could be a trinket dish or anything else. It doesn't have nearly as deep of an indent as I would guess, though. So, yeah, I know, right, Laura? He's a cutie. He has he's flat on this end, so he can stand up this direction as well. He doesn't have to lay flat. He could stand up and give you a little bit of a display value that direction. It's kind of funny how certain things just took off, isn't it? All right. I have this shaker set, but I believe that I showed this at one time on my channel before. These guys are crazy looking stylized cats. Very mid-mod, 1 black, 1 white. They need to be a $15 start. They are marked made in Japan on the bottom. There's the stoppers. This one also has a sticker, which says, oh, they're that same Victoria ceramics made in Japan. We have, I think he's missing, we're missing 1 green rhinestone eye. And his whiskers are all over the place. I have both the stoppers. Shakers are on the back of their heads. Very stylized. We have them at 5 inches tall and about 2 inches by 2 inches at the bottom where their feet are. And then just in case you don't need a pair, I have a single white cat by herself. She would be $8 start. See, this is what I'm wondering. They had them paired up. I purchased them paired up, 1 black, 1 white. And when I researched them, that's how they were. But here, typically, your shakers don't have the same number of holes. So here's the white one with a different number of holes. So maybe it's supposed to be the white set together and we're missing the black one. I don't know. I would sell them in any configuration that you would wish to have them in, quite frankly, between the 3 of them, because I couldn't leave the single one there. And this is how this one was priced this together, and the white one was single. But now that I'm looking at the shakers, I think the white ones go together. There's also that tag on the bottom, and it has the sticker as well, and both the rhinestone eyes. Right? It would totally be great for Halloween decor. You're right. All right. Let's do the last one of the Uruguay pottery. Big elephant guy. The design on his head with the tassels, his eyes, his tusks, and his feet. Is it supposed to be? Yeah, that's what I thought, Marilyn. I agree. But usually then the holes would be different. But unless somebody mixed them up. This guy would be a $12 start. Do you remember, if you watched any of my videos that I haven't posted in forever, but I did one that was the unicorn collection at the estate sale, and they had a whole a shelf full of the AR styled pottery, mostly Pegasus and horse and unicorns, but boy, did they have some, and they were big. This guy is, and he's heavy. He's maybe a pound plus. I can tell you that in a minute. But side to side from his trunk up, 5.5 inches wide, about 2.5 inches deep, and he stands 4 and a little bit tall, 4.25 tall, 4.25 tall, 5.5 this way, and 2.5 this way. Yeah, he's neat. Very interesting. Even though it is stylized, there's quite a bit of detail. You know, when you're working with different kind of medium like that, they've got some pretty neat pieces with the animals. And keep wanting to hold him by his trunk. And then my head's going, don't hold him by the handle. 1 pound, 3 ounces. So he has he's got some weight to him. But yeah, what would that be like? Like in a circus, or I want it to be like the hat, like the top, like the camels and the elephants kind of a design. Looks like a little tile, actually. We got Lois in at 12 on the elephants. You got it. We can count you down. Thank you, Lois. Turn that again. Hurrah. He's a heavy guy. Last call. Maybe Mom can tell us about these. Where was it made? It just says, has this mark on it, which says JRAR. There's at least 2 companies out of Uruguay that do these clay animals. So the most popular one that we hear about a lot is the Artesania Rinconada. And then there's another company that's very, very similar, and I don't know what the name of it is. But I know it should have been made in Uruguay. All right, Mom, are you still awake to tell us about these little Red Riding Hood shakers? They have their stoppers. I'm going to say I cannot tell you whether these are original or reproduction. There was a company, I think it was, again, was it Hall that made the Little Red Riding Hood series in the cookie jars and the shakers and the pitchers? And then they became so popular that they were reproduced by huge numbers, and it made it hard to tell between the original and the reproductions. I'm going to guess that these are not original just because of the wear on them. But then again, they were made in the 80s, late 70s, so they have some age to them regardless. Salt and peppers, cookie jar, and more, right? So there is no mark on the bottom. But these would go crazy money if they were the originals, and I just don't think that they are. Let me see if I can watch the salt. I've had so many pepper shakers, salt shakers. I've brought them home to clean them, and everything pours out on me. But there's nothing even under that ridge where the cork was. I would say we could start these at 15, because also the red paint is pristine. I mean, they're beautiful little shakers. They're little, they're not exactly the same. They've been hand decorated, but the really old ones are the ones that have the really high value. I think this is painted on. The flower's been painted on with cold paint as well, because you can feel it. It's a little bit more raised up. It's not under the glaze and been fired. Hill, okay. Right. And in the 90s, these were they were nuts. And that's part of the reason why they were reproduced, because everybody wanted to get in on the action. There's the shakers up the top. Hole. Okay, got it. Hole. That makes sense. Yeah, they're very clean. I mean, there's a little bit right on the edge where they're, on the surface, but even if they were the reproductions that were made in the 80s or 90s, we're already at 30 to 40 years old. But the ones that are highly sought after are the ones that were made, 20s, 30s, something like that? 30s, 40s? I don't know. They're much older, twice as old as these, but their faces are really good, nice gold. Yeah, and I mean, they'd be a great addition to, can you imagine doing like a nursery rhyme table, or what would be the other one? Mother Goose story table. They would be super fun as an accent to that for a tea or something. That's one of the things I'm always thinking about with the lodge and doing a table. So there we go. All right. Where to go to next? I've been kind of saving this lady towards the end. She's one of my favorites. I love her. My friend Gail has a couple of these in her little miniature shelf. I aspire to be like my friend Gail. Okay, that makes sense, Kim. Yep. But when I found this lady, I needed to pick her up because I love her. Absolutely. She's amazing. There are not a lot of these around. They're highly collectible. And I have a mermaid ceramic figurine. She has a red-orange tail. The majority of her is all the white ceramics. She has a very pale blonde on her head and just a little bit of detailing to her face. She has, where did I just see it? Thought I saw it. Guess not. Must be where they had them. I think she is made in Japan. And I need to start her at $18. She's a little bit bigger than some I've seen. I've seen some really small ones, which are super cute. So from her elbow to her tail, she is a little over 3.5 inches long. She sits just about 2.5 inches tall and about 1.5 inches deep. So 1.5 inches deep. This is the 3.5? This is the 3.5, and then 2.5 tall. I mean, she's got some detail to her. Oh, was that it? Or is that, no, darn. I was hoping that said Japan. That's not the Japan. But her hands have great detail. Her hair on the back. You can see the scales on her tail. And pretty good coloring on the tip of her tail. There's just a little bit of wear of the paint since it's cold paint. We have Laura in at 18. She's super cute. The ones my friend has, she has some in greens and blues, which are fantastic to go with that mermaid theme. And they're even tinier. So the smaller they are, the more, I mean, everything's cute little to me, but she's not very big herself. So, all right. Does anybody else want to be in on my mermaid? We have Laura in. We can start counting her down. And I think I got this in May, I think when we were out looking around in Ohio and such. And stuck it away on my figurine shelf so I could look at her for a little while. All right. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Laura. And nobody jump off the shelf back here. Now, I thought this would kind of go funsy with the mermaid because it's like a treasure chest. It's a two-piece white, like trunk or chest with gold accents. The lid comes off. This can start at $5. It is about 1 3/4 long, 1 inch deep, and about 1.5 inches tall. So you can see the details around the outside of the trunk, the little handles, the straps, and then on the front side and the top, we have all the gold detailing that's been added. There is no mark on the bottom, and it has been fired and glazed on the inside as well. We have Laura in at 5. Trunk T. Two-piece at 5. And count Laura down. And put that on the bottom. Just freezer for the frozen, right? Well, but I just thought between our little mermaid, maybe she met a pirate. She was guarding his treasure chest down there in the deep. Same color porcelain, but they coordinated nicely. Last call. Oh, yeah, that'll be fun too. Cool. Thank you, Miss Laura. How are we doing, Miss Kim? I would say I have 3, 4, 10-ish left to go tonight that I pulled down. I thought we'd be a little bit quicker tonight. I don't know why. Last angel I have, November. She is a Lefton angel. Looks like she was originally $1 somewhere. She also has the spaghetti. She's a little bit shorter, so this would be a $12 start. Thank you. She has the gold accents. She has little pigtails with blue bows, the gold halo. She looks like she's holding grapes and a pumpkin for November, like harvest. And she's a little bit shorter than the other style, which is 4.5 inches tall, about 3 inches wide, and about 2.5 inches deep. So a little bit deeper with the wings, 3 inches, 4.5. Oops, Lefton. She's a little bit lighter. She's not as heavy or thick porcelain. Her little face is adorable, especially with those little bows on her pigtails. Her halo sits different as well. It only touches there on the back. And the Yukago ones, they sit all the way flat on the head and touch all sides. And so does this one. It touches flat on the boy one as well. It almost looks like it's part of his the design. It wasn't added on. This one almost looks like it was added on and then decorated. All right, ladies, you stay up there. Okay. Like, please don't tell me your wing was repaired. Goodness sakes. Okay. Now this one is totally different. He is black pottery. Almost looks like he's been carved? I don't know. It's a little bison. But I can't tell if he was, carved and or if they like pushed all the holes in to make it look like the big fur on the top of the bison, the buffalo. No marks on the bottom. He's just a little guy. This can start at $5. Blends right into my jacket. He is 2 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and just about 2 inches tall. when it's up close, it does look like maybe they use something to make that texture. Oh, there's that something marked. Let's see if that's. No, it's just goo. Darn. I wish it was a mark. He is neat. I liked him. There's his face. So we got Kathy in at 5. He's just a little guy. I would guess Native American or Southwestern style pottery, especially with that black glaze. So we can call him down. We have Buffalo, Tatonka at 5. Oh my goodness. Last call. Now, sticky notes. Sticky notes are sticking together. Yep, 2 of them. I got 2. All right. Thank you, Kathy. I'm going to go sit over here with the herd. There you go. We could do a couple as choice. They're similar in style and size. So this would be a $4 start. I have a little terrier, brown and white. He's not as big as the other spaniels that we had, and he is not marked. So this would be $4 choice. Or I have a bear, which is marked Japan, and he is black and white. He looks a little angry. He looks like he hasn't caught some fish in a little while. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. But only one of them is marked. The bear is 3.5 inches long, 2.5 inches tall, and about 1.5 inches wide. And I believe this terrier is just about the same. Yep, 3.5 long, 1.25 wide, and 3 tall. Very similar in size and shape. And how they were made, and the airbrush and everything. So, oh my gosh, make myself jump. So bear, terrier. Okay. Don't scare Little Red Riding Hood. It's not a wolf. We should be okay, right? We should be fine. It should be okay. This one reminds me of the way they've done the glazing of the weights, but there's not enough detailing on it. I don't think it is a weight because they are always marked. He looks to be like another little spaniel to me, almost like that celadon green color or a hound dog. But he's a small size. He would be a $4 start. 2.5 inches long, 2 inches tall, 1 inch deep. Yeah, just not as much detailing on it. Oh, I mean, the great shape, but they put the green glaze on it, and some of it is a little bit darker in different areas where it was a little thicker, but I mean, he's cute. He's kind of got those long ears, little short tail, nice and smooth, very shiny glaze. You were putting together a little like a color coordinated scene. This color is fantastic with the pinks, greens, blues. All right. I believe I'm just going to throw this one out here super fast. This is the Joseph Original Flocked Mouse. I think I had him up with Steven. $6 start. Merry Christmas ribbon, holly. It has the original stickers and the Japan at the bottom. Then I'm going to read that comment in the chat because I totally missed it from Nancy. Oh, yeah. And I need one of these. We get them when we need them, don't we, Nancy? That's always nice. Okay, anybody else I can put? We can do these as a choice. Now this is 2 more of the aluminum ones from Canada. I have a whale or a sea creature of some sort. Very stylized. Again, they're signed on the bottom. These are going to be a $16 start. There's a number for the style. I believe that one is $3.30, and then it's so shiny. There's the H and there's the C. I think the bottom is Canada, Canada, and then the top word is the H is the last name of the artist. So we have the whale, or we have the goose, the Canadian goose, in flight or landing on the water. And to be choice. This one did have a there it is. Thank you, Laura. It did have the sticker made in Canada that only partial is left underneath it, and the other sticker is so it must have been something that just popped off, because that isn't anything that I can even do anything with. Let me see if I can see where that one was signed. I think it's on the edge or under the sticker. No, I don't see it on the goose. But yep, the whale or the goose. Nancy's going to be in on the mouse. You got it, Nancy. I'll write you down while we finish looking at these guys. So Nancy, Joseph, mouse at 6. I got you claimed for that one. Yeah, these are neat. Way back when I started having a booth with Mom at I don't know, over 10 years ago, I got a whole mess of these. And these 3 I've picked up just individually recently. And I know I didn't sell them because I thought, oh, they're because I was listing on eBay then. It was before my booth. And I didn't put them out yet. So they're probably in an eBay tab somewhere of something that was unlisted. Yep, definitely. Where did you go? Where did you go off to, little mouse? There you are. I'm like, I know I saw you. Where on earth did you run off to? Hey, cool. All right, I have 2 singles. This one would be a $4 start, made in Japan. This is the stand and 1 bird shaker. It originally had for 2. There's the holes at the top where the shaker would be. This is the bird. So, when you have things like this, you end up with somebody picking it up and not realizing there's pieces, and you lose one. So, and then you hope that you can find a replacement for it over time. But I haven't found another bird. I've found other of like the knotters, like the skeleton knotters, but I've not found another bird. But you could almost have something else perch up here, or put a big rose or a flower there, and make a fun little display out of them. It almost doesn't look like something's missing. This is my other single. It is a candle ring. I'm guessing we have a partridge here, like a partridge in a pear tree, but it is one ring for a candle. Maybe part of a 12 Days of Christmas set. Oh yes, a nest would be perfect on there, Stephanie. So this little candle ring would be $3. It's got some really pretty detailing on his face and his wings. Again, oh, he is marked. Nope, no, he's not. That's detailing under his wing. I thought it looked like a mark. I'm guessing Japan as well. So that's what the ring looks like. And that's that guy. He's been sitting up there with the shakers waiting for his turn to be offered. All right. 4 or 5 left. I have a horse. Now, I think this one might have had or been part of a chain gang. You can see this little spot here for a loop. That probably was where a jump ring went. So I'm guessing that this was the foal and there was a larger horse that this went with. No marks, no stickers on the bottom. He can be a $4 little foal. He is 3.5 inches long by almost 2 inches deep and just over 2 inches tall. His ears are not, they're intact. There's no roughness, chips. Excuse me, do you have any chipness? A great little diamond on his forehead. But when I picked him up, I went, yep, he must have been, you can see right through it. That's where a little jump ring would have gone to put him together with somebody. Could hook him up with the raccoons. See if the mom will take him in. You never know. This is one of the little saddest little sheeps that I've ever seen. Pink and white. His face is just almost pathetic. $5 start. He has that little faux hair sprig on the top of his head. We are marked Japan. Right. I don't think she'll even notice, that she's hauling around a horse with her. Teach it to open people's trash cans. When they grow up, it'll be perfect. You could just put them in the trash cans. Be like a tag team. About 3 inches long, 3 1/4 tall, and just about 1.5 inches wide. I guess. Is that the cow eyes? But I mean, her face is like total sad, little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and she just can't hardly stand it. She is lost and Bo Peep cannot find her. So I would guess that her face has been cold painted. I know, right? It's just so sad. I'm all by myself and nobody can find me. It's just so awful. She's very pathetic. I agree. Did I tell you a start, Kim? I think I did. I think I said $5 start on the little lamb. Those are the ones that, I can't leave them there. They look at me like that, like you're going to leave me here all by myself when the lights go out. It's terrible. Right? Exactly. I forgot to put her tag on. Forgot to put her GPS locator on her today. This little guy does not have any marks on the bottom. It looks like a grease pencil price at one point. I'm guessing he's kind of like a stylized Chihuahua. There you go. We need a dog. All the misfit critters. That's where they came. They all came to my shelf. Nice pointy ears. Look at his. Now he's got some beautiful eyes, beautiful blue eyes, red bow, cute little tail. We can start him at $5 as well. Maybe he could keep track of Bo Peep and the sheep. He's very attentive. 3 inches tall, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide at the top, and about 1.5 inches deep. He'd be like, I know where to find her. I've got, I hear everything. Considering, he's almost as big as the sheep, though. Pretty tall. Pretty tall little puppy dog. Yeah, no marks. All right, we're down to the wire. I have another metal critter, but this one is different. I'm thinking he's a caribou. $5 start, or he's got to be a caribou or an elk. Don't think he's a moose. Moose have much wider, flat antlers. Caribou, elk, something like that. He's made out of metal. Very modern, sleek lines. He is 2 inches wide, 2.5 inches tall, and well, the body is just a 1/2 inch wide, but with the antlers, he's about 1 inch. I mean, he could be a reindeer too, for that matter. Now he's got a little bit of movement. You could push on, you can rearrange his antlers just a little bit. I'm guessing maybe pewter. You don't want to be bending them back and forth or anything, but there is a little bit of room that you could arrange them. And yeah, I thought he was really neat. He needs like a metallic magic sleigh that he could pull. A little Santa Claus. We have Bonnie in at 5. We can count him down for Bonnie. What are we calling him? I'm going to call him Elk because it's easier than caribou. Elk reindeer. And Kim went to all that effort to make sure that it was spelled correctly. I see it now, but I wouldn't have put it down on my notes that way. He definitely would have been spelled wrong. Rudolph, right? You could put a little pom-pom right on his nose. That would be adorable. You go guard with the elephant. And the last thing I have tonight that I pulled off the shelf is a little mini pitcher creamer. $3 starts. A little bit of sticker on the back side. There's nothing back there. Off-white, greens, yellows, reds, blacks. We have a little pink in the floral. No mark on the bottom for who made it. I'm guessing it is definitely a creamer, though. This is a nice size for, actually. Just a nice size. It's not like those really big ones. Sometimes we put out creamer on the table and we end up throwing half of it away because the creamer is just, the container's too big and not enough is used. It is 4 inches from the handle to the spout, about 3 inches wide and 3 inches tall. Blue Ridge, maybe? That's a good guess, because I know it's not like the Roosters and Roses, but it's got some good graphics on it. Light green, dark green, pinks, reds, all the colors, and a nice pinstripe all the way around the ridge at the bottom. So this guy is the last one out of my shelf of the critters and shakers that we brought down for tonight. I do also want to show, I have to show you this because I put my black light on these last night and it was crazy. So yesterday in my miniatures, when I offered the miniature 3D gnomes, check this out. Can you see how they glow? I mean, not that it makes a huge difference if you don't have a black light cabinet or you don't care if they glow or not, but I would say 2/3 of the colors glow in these bags. The yellows are super bright. Here, can we do it without blowing it out? Yeah, it's blowing it out. But they totally glow. And it was a big surprise. Can you see this one right here? I mean, it's glowing so much that it's just, let's do it up here. There it is. Totally glowing. Super fun. I thought that's fun if anybody really is interested in something like that that glows, but so you got all the information. So, all right, we did it. They are $1 each, MJ. There's 3 different designs. There's like a beard that's split, a beard that goes up, and then a regular gnome beard. And it is a random pull unless you have some colors that you are interested in me trying to pull for you. They're $1 each, and they're just about, they're 3/4 inch tall. So the poodles again? Sure, animal lover, I can do that. See, and as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, here's a poodle. Nope, that was the lamb. Sorry. The poodles were a pair. Where did they go? There they are. I have this pair of poodles that were a pair of figurines. I think they were $5 for the two. And no marks on the bottom. Yes. Hope to see everybody tomorrow night for day 6. We'll be halfway there. We'll have a surprise guest on Tuesday night. That'll be day 7. And we'll just keep going on down the list. Sure, Laura, not a problem. We have Animal Lover in with the poodles. I think I had, were these the ones you were looking for? Because I think we have a shaker set that had a poodle and a kitten in baskets. Number 1, $5. We can count you down for that. The pair, poodles. Do I have your information for shipping and invoicing? I need your real name, your PayPal email address, and your shipping address. If you haven't sent it to me already, I would love to have that. And we are counting you down for the poodles. That's the only way I can get information and invoices out to you. There's no way for me magically on YouTube. Unfortunately, I wish there was a messaging system through YouTube. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You got that pair. Now, this is the other poodle one I had. I have the poodle and the kitten with the little sugaring coating in the baskets that were shakers. Didn't know if you were interested in that. And I think those were the only poodles that we had tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So, thank you, Animal Lover. Now, I want to make sure I didn't miss. Was there somebody asking about adding some gnomes? Laura wanted to add some gnomes. MJ, were you interested in gnomes? You let me know. Throw it in the chat. You guys go right there. Perfect. MJ and Laura. Okay. Let me know. You can have as many as you like. I have 200 originally is what I started with. Laura wants one more. All right. So 3D. Laura, basically, when I picked you, I got pinks and purples for you last time. Total of 3. Okay. I'm going to stick with the same colorway. Oh my goodness, R. I'll add one more to that. MJ wants 12. Okay. 12. So 3 of each, no. 4 of each style. Got it. And with glow. Wonderful. I had a whole bunch of fun picking them out. Sure, I'll just find one more in that pinky purple way for you. That's the 3rd style, Laura, to coordinate and add to yours. And we got this one for MJ. Perfect. I'm going to have to figure out a way to bag them up for my my booth later, but that'll be down the road. So, all right. Think we got it. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I knew there was something up there and I didn't want to miss it. So, and as always, if there is something that didn't get claimed, you're more than welcome to send me a comment, send me an email, all the things to claim a piece. Thank you, Kim, so much for keeping me straight this evening. I totally appreciate it. So I think tomorrow night is Kristen again for modding, since we've had Kim 2 in a row. And let's see. I might look and see what the list says. Oh, Okay, you guys will like that. You guys will like everything, right? There's always something in the mix. I tried to pick some great fun categories that we don't normally have. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a good one.